Hello gorgeous YouTubers. This is my most requested video to date today. And it's also the video that I really wished had existed back when I was trying to decide on whether to get implants or not. You see, back then I didn't really know too many girls who had had their boobs done, so I couldn't turn to them to ask questions. So I turned to YouTube, which is why I love YouTube. And this is why I'm making this video, is my act of service back to all the women that put their videos out there when I was trying to decide on getting my implants done. But there wasn't a long-term update, post boob job update available back then. At least I didn't find one. So this is this video. It's my 9-year boob job update. I'm also going to do a Q&A and go through all the questions that people have had for me or that you would think to ask. Because I wanted to know also not just how the boobs heal straight away, but the longevity. What happens 9, 10, 15 years down the line? I mean, you're making a decision to get this implant, but this implant has to last you for the rest of your life, ideally. And I guess ideally none of us want to go for revision surgery. So yes, if you had any questions about how all the implants are doing, stay tuned. This is the video for you. Right, so the first question, I guess let's just go back in time, is why did I get implants? Which you may think it's an obvious question, but it's definitely one that we need to tackle, because obviously I could have gone through my life without implants. It's not like it's something that's life-threatening or anything like that. But I was, after I breastfed my son, I ended up as flat as a pancake. I had nice, natural, normal ones that just fitted my body. But after breastfeeding, there was nothing there. So I was in the very fortunate position that I was actually able to go and get implants. So that was my reasoning. It was really to feel more feminine. I felt very boyish being flat chested. I will put a picture, I'll find pictures of how flat I was, and you can see for yourself. Well, I guess let's just get the first thing out of the way, which is how do they look? I'm obviously not going to show you anything more than this. It's just me in a bra, but this is how they are looking 9 years after the surgery. So I had them done, if memory serves me correctly, at the end of 2011. I'd finished breastfeeding my son. I decided to wait until I'd finished breastfeeding before I got my boobs done, because I just felt it was obviously the right thing to do, and I'm glad I waited. But my implants are actually under the muscle, so none of the breastfeeding tissue has been disturbed. So I could probably breastfeed again if I had another child, which I will not. Here's the cat again. So yeah, are you going to come in the video, Smudgy? Do you want to say hello to YouTube? So yes, here's my favorite friend. So the rest of the video I will not be standing in a bra. I may put on a bikini top so you can see. The question I often get asked as well is, am I happy with the size? So for this question, I thought I would wear a bikini top just so you can see how they look and the size properly. And my answer is yes, I am very happy with the size. As you can see, they are not too big. In fact, immediately after surgery, there was a bit of a, maybe they were a bit small. I remember at the time when I went to consult, the thinking was that you'll never be unhappy with bigger. You'd rather go bigger, because no woman regrets going bigger, but a lot of women used to regret going too small. That's what the surgeon had told me. But my implants are under the muscle. So that surgeon that I went to couldn't fit anything bigger. There's only a certain amount of space and stretching that you can do when you go underneath the muscle. It's actually your pec muscles. There's 2 layers or 2 pec muscles, and they separate them and then they put the implants sort of underneath. So yeah, the pocket that he created, he said he couldn't go any bigger. And actually, for my back width, the implant actually sticks out slightly to the side of my sort of back width here. And he said that that's not really ideal. It's not something that they want to do, is have the implants, a lot of side boob basically, because it just starts to look unnatural. And so yeah, I'm very slim on the top, so I can't really carry off big boobs, even though ideally when I went to consult I had wanted slightly bigger. My implants are 280 cc cohesive silicone gel implants, but looking back now, I'm actually glad. They look very natural. In fact, they look so natural that a lady once at the gym said to me, "Shame, and when are you going to get your boobs done?" Because a lot of the girls in the gyms nowadays are getting their boobs done. And I said, "No, I've had mine done." So we both had a chuckle, and she said, "Oh no, don't. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I shouldn't have said that." So I said to her, you know what? I'm actually happy that they look natural, that they don't look done. You know, when I'm wearing a sports bra, which is very compressive, you don't see a lot of boob, and I personally am happy with that. I like to run, I work out a lot, I like to jump around and do active stuff, cardio. So for me, big boobs would have actually gotten in the way. So someone asked me this question the other day: do I have any regrets? I thought that was quite an interesting question. The honest answer is no. No regrets whatsoever. In fact, I'll even go as far as saying that the breast implants for me were one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. After I had very nice natural breasts, and after breastfeeding, when I breastfed, they were beautiful. They swelled up, they were nice and impressive, and I was happy with them while I was breastfeeding, and then they shrunk down and emptied. And my confidence as a woman, you know, that feeling of being a feminine woman, I don't know how else to say it, yeah, that died off. I felt really, like I've said before, like a little boy. So getting my implants was, I can't say it's life changing. It didn't change my life at all, but it was confidence changing. It just made me feel like a woman. The beauty of having implants is I can fill up a top, which I couldn't before. So yeah, it's just the icing on a cake. That's really what it is. So I have no regrets. So when deciding on what kind of implants you're going to get or where they're going to go, over the muscle or under, my best advice to you would be to see how fatty your tissue is here. I'm very lean on the top, which is why I decided to go under the muscle to create a little bit of padding so that you wouldn't actually see implant. You know, some of those very lean athletes that get up on stage, you can actually see the edge of an implant here on their boob. On me, you can't. But there is one thing I just want to tell you all about, which is something I wished I had known and taken into consideration. I don't think it would have changed my decision though, but because my implants are under part of the muscle, so like I said, there's two layers to your pec muscle. Maybe it's the lower and the upper, and the implant is between. So the upper pec wall is actually sort of covering and pushing down on the implant. So it doesn't give you that natural breast curve look. I will show you. I'm an artist and I did a drawing for you. So this is what I mean by natural. And so that is how a natural boob looks and sits. With the implant, especially being pushed by the pec, that is more rounded. I think even implants that go on top, they do have more of a rounded top to the shape. So yes, but you would have to definitely consult with a surgeon on that one. So question, what do the implants feel like? I'm happy to report that they feel very natural. And here I'm feeling my boobs on camera. Initially, they were quite hard. I think the scarring and the capsule that your body forms around them is quite hard. It did take about 2 years to soften up, but now they feel very natural. And in fact, to just demonstrate, I did something a little crazy, which I'm going to insert that video here, just so that you get an idea of what the cohesive silicone gel implants are actually like. Okay, so I've come up with a way of showing you how a cohesive gel silicone implant kind of feels. This is weird, you're gonna laugh. I've made a pudding with gelatine because the cohesive gel implants are very jelly-like in nature, right? So I was very lucky when I went for my consultation back 9 years ago. One of the doctors, I consulted with two and then I settled on the doctor. One of them actually had an implant that he showed me on his desk, which was cut in half. And he showed me the two halves, very jelly-like in consistency. You know, I mean, think of silicone, if you've used silicone for household repairs. And the implant was cut in half, but nothing came out. So as he said, you could, I know, I'm sorry, I'm hitting my boob. You could actually bash this thing and the implant itself, even if it ruptures, none of the inside stuff will go anywhere. So I thought most people won't get that opportunity to see. So this is weird. I've made a chocolate pudding with gelatine. It's a weird recipe that I make. And I wanted to just do a little demonstration for you. There we go. Let's get this jelly pudding out. Okay. So this is kind of what is sitting inside here. Just in case you're curious, I found it fascinating. So he had a boob implant. Ta-da! You see, nothing is going anywhere, even if you cut it. So that doctor had said to me that I could fall flat on my face, well, on my boobs, not on my face, and rupture them, and the substance inside won't go anywhere, which is very, very reassuring. It's nothing like the old saline implants, and it's a cohesive gel, so it really is like this. And then the cool thing about the ones that I have, and I think this is the modern ones, it's got a slightly rough textured, almost like a sandblasted texture on the outside, which helps with I think it's with the bodily tissues to grip onto that implant, so they're not going anywhere. So as far as I'm concerned, these should last me a good long while. They're 9 years old now. I'm very happy with them, and they should carry on for indefinitely, I hope. Okay, I'm eating my implant. Obviously the implants are clear, they're not brown. I made mine into a chocolate pudding so that it would be something I would want to eat after I showed you. But yeah, basically I've got pudding in my boobs. No, I'm kidding. I'm crazy, yeah. A little bit nutty. Stop recording. So do I have any ripples? No, I do not. Because mine are under the muscle, there's no rippling here. If I bend forward though, you can't see ripples, but sometimes you can feel the implant edge. So that would lead on to another question that I've got is, can you actually feel the implant? Like this, no you can't, but sometimes depending on how I lie, you can just feel, it's a little bit of a plasticky edge that one can feel there, but it's really no big deal at all. And now the $1,000,000 question, how do the scars look? My scars have healed up beautifully, and I'm going to put pictures. I'm not going to take off my bra and show you, but I will put pictures here of the right and the left scar so you can see that. A very big question that I had when I was researching the longevity of implants is, do they sag? So have my breasts sagged? Yes, actually, the honest answer is yes, they do and they can, and they will. Gravity still pulls down, whether it's an implant or not. I remember the doctor at the time told me that wearing a bra was just as important with implants. So there is a misconception that you don't need to wear a bra. You do. Do I have full sensation? Yes, I do. No nerves or anything was disturbed, so I have full, normal, natural nipple and breast sensation, luckily for me. But that's because the nerves would, if you go through the armpit, I don't think they do that anymore, but in the old days they used to. I think that's where they disturb nerve endings, but going the way they did underneath with the 2 incisions, everything is intact. Would I ever need revision surgery? That's a good question, and one that I don't know yet. Maybe I would in 20 years time, but so far things are looking good. I have been wearing my bra religiously. Sometimes I even sleep in a bra, because as you move and turn, the boobs move around. So I spend a lot of my time in a bra. And look, with natural breasts, gravity will get them anyway, so one may need a lift at that point in time. So I'm guessing the only revision surgery I would need would be a lift later, maybe, who knows. What advice do you have for any lady? I'm reading questions off my sheet here. For any lady who's thinking about getting her breasts done, my advice would be to do your research, do your homework, especially research the surgeon that you are going to. That is key. So it all depends on the surgeon. Make sure he has done this kind of surgery numerous times. And I don't know what the implants are like nowadays, but I'm happy with the cohesive silicone gel. As you could tell by the demonstration I did just now, where even if you cut these things open, the gel is not going anywhere. I like that. And to end off, here's me in a bikini again, so you can get the last look at the boobs. And sometimes people want to know whether their life will change in any major way if they get breast implants. The answer is no. You are still you. It's just you with boobs. You need to be okay with yourself no matter what. Which now we're going to go into more body image issues. It is tough being a woman and accepting our bodies the way they are. Surgery can certainly enhance that, and it can certainly give you a confidence boost. It did for me. It really did. However, it's still me. I still struggle with the same insecurities, the same issues inside my head that I always have. So implants won't change or fix you, but they can give you that confidence boost to just know that you can fill a top, you can fill a bra, you can feel feminine. And in that way, yes, it was one of the better decisions I've ever made. I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed this. This channel is always about keeping things real, open and honest, and that is my mission, is to just share honestly my experiences, anything that I've learned, anything that is helpful.